I'm speaking with Jaden Horan, who works for CURE, the Center for Urban Renewal and Education based in Washington, D.C. That is Star Parker's organization. Jaden, you are right across from where Tyrone Harris was shot by the police last night.
I am sitting directly next to the protesters who have just put down their instruments after going around. As you can hear, there's music in the background that is rallying them. There is jeering, there is beeping. As we speak, a police force has massed behind the protesters to prevent them from boxing in the police.
Is this a strategy? Are they trying to confront the police?
The protesters had attempted to box in the police, officers that were here, and a new contingent of officers have arrived behind those protesters to outflank them, who are surrounded by the police.
How many protesters could you estimate are there in front of you?
I would say there are at least 200 to 300 protesters on my left side right now. There's about 75. As you can hear in the background, there's someone with a megaphone. They are rallying the protesters.
You told me earlier that you actually spoke with someone, and she told you that this is going to get very dangerous. Can you explain?
As you hear, they're saying, F the police, F the police. He is rallying the protesters to come back across the street. There is a tall individual with a megaphone. He's dressed in yellow, and he appears to be organizing and leading this protest.
Is the crowd growing?
The crowd has grown. Clint, as I have sat here for hours throughout the day, I noticed this about 4 hours ago that protesters were beginning to arrive. The crowd has continued to grow throughout the evening, and now that the sun has set, the crowd is large. They're shutting down the road. We are talking about 200 to 300 protesters and growing.
You said earlier that someone spoke to you, and she said that this might be a very dangerous situation. Can you explain? Jaden.
Yes.
Okay, I think we got cut off there.
The protesters are massing directly. The protesters are massing directly in front of me.
Earlier, you spoke with a protester, and she said things.
Then if I have to say it again, the police. A protester just threatened me, and now there are more protesters moving into exactly where I am. He told me to move, or there will be problems.
Okay. Well, I think we know what you have to do.
Well, the crowd has grown exponentially in front of me. I'm going to let you go and record this, and I may need to back up.